Cada día sale el sol, nuevas esperanzas son. Dios habla a tu corazón, sanándote, alimentando tu vida con bálsamo de vida, con bálsamo de vida, bálsamo de vida.
Bálsamo de vida con Rosmery y Reid.
In the book of James, chapter 1, verses 2 to 5, it tells us, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you." Today's reflection is titled, Resist in the Test. The moment of being tested like gold so that the Lord can extract the best from us is ultimately a moment where we can become completely vulnerable and fragile beings. Trials are a fundamental part of the life of everyone who decides to serve God. They shape character and also our patience. Sometimes we feel that the conflicts and problems in our lives multiply the more we know the Lord. The more we dedicate ourselves to knowing Him, our faith is constantly tested. So how do we react when our faith is challenged by adversity? Well, James 1:2 says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds." And I'm sure you're most likely wondering the same thing as me. How can we be happy while living through difficult situations? In moments when it's normal to feel pain, anguish, discouragement, anger, we're supposed to feel joy? We can find joy because we know that God is with us in the midst of trouble. And in moments like this, the presence of the Holy Spirit feels closer than ever, and that gives us peace of mind, knowing He is in control of the situation and is surely strengthening us in areas where we are weak. And speaking of trials, we can't not speak about Job, who God allowed to be put through a long and terrible trial. However, he says in his chapter 23, verse 10, "But He knows the way that I take. When He has tested me, I will come forth as gold." The most impressive thing about Job is that he knew and understood that the test was no stronger than the God who put him in it. Nothing you are going through is more powerful than the God within you. God today is looking for people who, when tested, do not look back, do not complain, and do not blame others for what they are experiencing. The faith you have is revealed when you are tested. The size of your faith determines the size of your resistance to the test. Adversities increase your faith, your patience, and your dependence on God. Do not give up before the test. Surrender before the God who allowed you to pass through it. When Daniel was in the den with the lions, God was with him. When the 3 young men were thrown into the fiery furnace, God was with them. It would have been easy for God to just quickly remove them from these terrible places, but He did not do so. Instead, He chose to be with them in the midst of their problems. Before exercising His power and eliminating problems, the Lord always preferred to show His power, grace, and mercy through them. This is your sister Vanessa Ortiz, and may God bless you.
Gracias por estar ahí, escuchando Bálsamo de Vida. Si estas palabras han edificado tu vida, escríbenos a balsamodevidareflexiones@gmail.com y síguenos en nuestras redes sociales. Reflexiones Bálsamo de Vida. Que su gracia te cubra en este día.